This will be the most effective method on how to stagger the White Terror consistently without even relying on magic or your precious limit break. Hey, how's it going there, Mush? It's your Mush here, the Mush. Now, the White Terror in hard mode is pretty brutal if you just go in blindly, and combine that with its most annoying move, the ear-splitting howl, is so devastating that you might just give up the fight if you didn't manage to guard it in time. What makes it even harder is that it is not a fire elemental attack, so you can absorb it if you link the elemental materia to your armor. But you can avoid it entirely though. Here's how you do it. If we look at the enemy intel of this fuckface, it doesn't have any weaknesses, but it also doesn't have any resistances. It says that it gradually amasses energy over time. Dealing damage or blocking its attacks will cause it to lose energy. Once all its energy has been depleted, it will become pressure. So you can't exploit its weakness because it doesn't have any, but we can block its attacks, or better yet, lend a powerful damage dealing ability to it. Based on the intel, it's got 3 moves. Spin Swipe will be his main ability, Throat Clamp is the unblockable attack, but we'll get to that soon, and the infamous ear-splitting howl. But I'm not gonna lie, the intel is pretty cryptic in describing how to pressure it correctly, because I'm sure everyone just attack him regularly after reading it. The key to controlling the White Terror is to differentiate his charge state. The intel does not say this, but basically it has 3 states. It will look like this with blue flame orbs entering his body. This is his second charge state. When it is surrounded by red flame orbs, this is his third charge state, and it is ready to cast ear-splitting howl out of nowhere, so you have to quickly land a powerful blow on it or otherwise you are screwed. Now, if you see it doesn't have any orbs or aura around its body, this means it is back to its initial state. Usually it's pretty easy to spot him like this, because this is the time where it is pressured already. You can see it below its name. Once you know how to differentiate its charge state, now we can start the fight. At the start of the fight, you can see that he will not move yet. That's because it will always charge up energy at the start. So you'll need to watch out for this animation. Every time he does this, this is your window to attack him for at least like 2 seconds. Use this opportunity to cast Sonic Boom to cancel his charge, while simultaneously buff Cloud with Bravery and Faith. Or, if you don't bring First Strike materia, just attack him until he stops. This is great to build your ATB, and ideally, you'll need 2 ATB bars in order for you to execute this flawlessly if you are in a solo fight. The proper way to do this fight is you want to use Braver just after you have done blocking Spin Swipe. Or better yet, enter Punisher mode by pressing triangle at just the right time so the counter attack will be done automatically, and use Braver after that. Anticipate for the Spin Swipe attack, cause that's your cue to unleash your powerful move on it. As you can see, it is instantly pressured when you use a powerful ability after the Spin Swipe. Maybe because the Spin Swipe attack uses his energy charge or something, I don't know. You can also get him to pressured state after attacking him a certain amount of time, but I found that using this method gives a more consistent result. Be mindful though, because you need exactly 1 Braver move if it's not yet glowing red. If you see his body is glowing red with flames, that means you have to do at least 2 Bravers to get him pressured. Once he is pressured, you can go ahead and use your focus abilities, Focus Thrust for Cloud, Focus Shot for Barret, and Focus Strike for Tifa. Land that focus ability on it, making him staggered, and now you can unleash your sweet glory on it, because this motherfucker deserves it. But that's easier said than done though. You also need to be wary of its Throat Clamp move, which can get you binded and can't move. I find that he will use this attack consistently if it managed to recover from its pressured state. So, you have to also anticipate this attack after your Braver lands on it. You can get a perfect block on this move if you use a maxed out precision defense materia, but in hard mode, if it's not yet pressured, it is not worth the risk. It barely increases the pressure bar. Even the limit break meter does not increase significantly. Maybe a bit of ATB bar in return, but that's it. or you can just step to the side if that's easier for you, I guess. Before you guys comment anything about using magic, yes, I am aware that you can cast sleep or stop magic on it, but that's only going to delay the inevitable. Because as you can see by now, you know how fast it takes to recharge back and unleash the ear-splitting howl. This strategy is more effective than using magic because you don't need to make room for another stop or sleep materia in your build. You can also conserve your MP until the end of the gauntlet because hard mode can be pretty brutal to some players. And of course, after 3 sleep or stop casts, it will resist the spell on the 4th cast, so you can't rely on magic now, can you? And don't get me started on Gotadamaru. That's literally the endgame reward. Now, if you manage to do this properly, it will never unleash ear-splitting howl no matter how hard it tries. I've done this several times. The only tricky part is if you don't have ATB after you get him pressured, it will recover from that pressured state pretty quickly. The timing is pretty generous though if you don't stop attacking it, so just go full ham on it and be aggressive. With all that being said, I hope you find this guide useful. Let me know which enemies you want me to do next, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on upcoming videos, cause I'm trying to reach that 1000 subscribers to get monetized. Okay, bye!